You were just playing with digits. What are digits? As long as we're participating and answering my questions, I won't make you write it down. Mostly because it's already in your notebook. We wrote it down in the beginning of the school year. Jalen, what are digits?
Digits are used to make up numbers.
Brilliant. Say it one more time for the front and the back.
Digits are used to make up numbers.
Digits are used. I'm writing, but you do not have to write this. Unless you're not paying attention, then write it. Digits are used to build numbers. Can a digit also be a number?
Yes.
Yes, it can. What are our digits? Represent a value. What are our digits? I should see every hand because we were just playing with them. Zach?
1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Beautiful. Those are all of our digits. What? Why does it not have 10? Great question, John. Who can answer John's question? Love that question. Why did we not write 10? John, find someone who's going to answer your question and call on them.
I think I know.
You think you know? Why do you?
I'm not going to ask you. It's because those digits make the 10.
Do you see the digits that can make 10?
Oh, I see it. Sometimes 0 and 1.
0 and 1. So that's why we didn't write 10 down, because I can use these digits. I can use a 0 and a 1 to actually make the number 10. Great question, great answer, Zach. We started talking about this idea actually a couple weeks ago. This idea of an alphabet versus a number bet. Alphabet has letters. Letters make up words. Number bet has, not numbers, digits. Digits make up numbers. There we go. We don't need to write that down. We know what we're doing. We're cooking with gas. All right. This title does need to be on your notebook. It says, what happens when you change the digits in a number? You don't need to write what's in parentheses, but just the question that says, what happens when you change the digits in a number? Go ahead and write that down as our title, please. This is the example that we started with. We started by building the number 72. I'm writing, that means you were writing. We then changed the digits and we made it 27. Remember doing that with your digit cards? Yeah? Well, what changed? What changed? What happened when we switched those digits around? Because I'm still using 7 and I'm still using 2. Heidi, what happened?
The value changed.
Woo! That is a girl after my heart. The value. What that number is worth. Ariana, would you rather have $72 or $27? Why? It's more. The value. What it is worth is more. This number is worth more. The word that Heidi is using, the word that I'm going to use a lot of, is value than this number. The worth, aka the value, is more. Y'all familiar with Pokemon cards?
Yes.
You know those like super shiny ones? called?
Gold cards.
Sure, gold cards.
The
Are
ones
gold
that have
cards-
the back or metal cards?
Are they worth more?
No. Yes. They're fake. You know they're fake.
So they're worth less.
Yes.
Interesting. So them shiny cards do not have the same value as the regular Pokemon cards,
Yes.
but they're still Pokemon cards.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still numbers. Different worth, different value. We talked about that. The reason why these have a different value is because the places where we put the digits matter. It matters where we put the digits. Even though we have a 7 and a 2, and a 2 and a 7, because we put that 7 in that tens place, it's now saying it's worth 7 tens. 70. That's worth more than only 2 tens, aka 20. That makes sense? All right, I'll give you some seconds. Next blank page. This is what we're going to be thinking about today. So far, we've kind of just done a review of what we did with our digit cards this morning. Next title says, where do numbers live? I'm not talking about digits. I'm now talking about numbers. Where do numbers live? Write that down. That is the title on the next blank page. Where do numbers live? We have any ideas of where numbers live? Ariana? Sure. Jalen?
In our pencil thing.
Maybe. Brown?
Our numbers live in
Evelyn? Numbers live on a number line. Heidi?
numbers live in houses.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Theo? Numbers do live in clocks. Our numbers, all numbers, I'm writing, that means you're writing, live in a giant number line. Every number ever thought of.
Wait, why is the word giant have a
It is giant as a capital G because it is important. Lives on a giant number line. Every single number. Every single number lives in a giant number line. Depending on that number's value, it might live in a certain spot. For instance, where would you expect the number 1 to be near? It's not a trick question. Think about a number line. What would number 1 be next to? Tegan? What numbers would it be next to? 0 and 2. That makes sense. We're going to get away from thinking about the number line beginning at 0. We're at 1, Tegan, because even though this is not a 3rd grade math thing we're going to talk about in here, you ever heard of a negative number?
Yeah.
A negative number just means it's less than 0. So 0 then is not the start because there's numbers that live on the other side of that. We're not going to talk about that in 3rd grade, but I just want to put that nugget in your brain. Okay. What What numbers would be near 7 on a number line? Dia? 8 and 6. What numbers would be near 21 on a number line? Madison, you should be able to raise your hand for these questions, baby. Bryson? 22 and 20. What about the number 25? Draw a number line in your notebook. No. No. Just a number line, pink line to pink line. You don't need to turn the page. You're tracing the very straight blue lines that are already printed in your notebook. I'm going to give you some numbers. This right here is 23. Where's 25 gonna go? The start of my number line, I wrote the number 23. That's the start. 23 is the start. So where would 25 go? Macklin? Oh, keep talking. I know what you're thinking. Why are we taking 2 jumps?
Because 3, 1 jump is what would equal 4, and then another jump is equal 5.
So Macklin, I'm hearing you say we need to leave a spot for 24. Yeah, so I wouldn't put 25 like right here. Maybe, would this be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, put 25. Draw another number line. Draw another number line. Pink line to pink line.
Yellow.
Whoops. This time, I'm going to put the number 325 on the number line. But I'm going to give you some numbers. This number, this N number, is 327. Where is 325 going to go? Where's 325 going to go? Ariana? So what number? Is it going to go right next to it like this? Yes? 325, 327? Is that how I count? Mackenzie, what's she missing?
You can count backwards.
Okay. Do it.
327, 326, 325.
Missed 326. We gotta leave a spot for 326 because it lives in between 325. Now, notice my number lines and your number lines have hard start and stop points. Are there numbers that go past 327?
Yes.
Yes. Are there numbers that are before 325? Yes. We're just zooming into only that section. But there are more numbers happening. We're just not looking at them because that would be way too many. All right, one more number line. Now this is going to be a little bit different because this time I'm going to give you a start and end number. My start number is 0.
Wait, that is half room on the first.
That sounds like a problem you can solve.
Why do you put the line in the
I put a line through the 0 so you know it's a 0, not the letter O.
Yeah, that's what we
I've got a 0 and a 100. I want to put the number 98 on this number line. Where is it gonna go? where would 98 go on my number line? I should see lots of hands. It's not super tricky. Madison, where's 98 gonna go? Right after, so over here. No, not after. Before. Is it gonna be like over here? Where's it gonna go? It's gonna be really close to the 100. Why is 98 really close to the 100 on this number line? Macklin? How many numbers are in this section?
What would that sound effect?
How many numbers are in that section? Right there. 2. How many numbers are in this section? Carl?
0.
Not 0. How many numbers are in all that space? Keegan? There's 98 numbers. That is a lot of numbers. So the reason why we put 98 so close to 100 is because we got to have room for all those other numbers to go there. Does that make sense? Quickly. All right. Next blank page. You don't need to write the question, but you do need a number line. It is going to be labeled, ooh, I'm not going to make it 0, or 1, I'm going to make it 0. There we go. Go ahead and make a number line 0 through 10. If I asked you to put all the numbers on this number line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's a chance the first ones would be really squished together, and then the end ones would be really spread out. Kind of like when you made a clock. Remember that? Before I taught you that trick, was it kind of hard to make a clock? Yeah, your numbers kind of got funky. So I'm going to show you a trick for putting numbers on a number line. You're going to start with the middle. Draw a line in the middle. How many numbers are in between 0 and 10? It's not a trick question. How many numbers would live between 0 and 10? Madison? Not 9. 10. There are 10 numbers here. If I split that in half, how many numbers are on each side? If I split that in half, how many numbers are on each side? Huxley? 5. 5 for you, which means 5 for you. That means I need 5 numbers on my left side, and I need 5 numbers on my right side. That kind of sounds like my middle number is 5. Now that I have 5 there, that is called a midway point. Midway point. That 5 is called a midway point. Right in your writing. Midway point. You've seen that word mid before. We saw it yesterday. What did mid mean? We saw that word mid yesterday. Right then?
Middle.
Middle! Does that make sense? Words are all connected. Now if I say put the numbers between 0 and 1, or sorry, 0 and 10 on this number line, it should be a little easier. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sometimes you're not drawing anything right now. If I'm writing, you're writing. There's no thinking involved right now.
More.
So far, so good? Alright, we're going to do a little game playing with our number line. Remember, there are numbers bigger than 10, right?
Yeah.
Duh. But we zoom in to only thinking about certain number lines. Ariana, you're not going to be able to play it because you haven't finished your diagnostic. The rest of you will have access. Once you got these notes down, put your notebook away. Get out your laptop, please.